All right, so I'm gonna do a little video here on how I let these guys out to come out and roam around. As I said in my last video and other videos, feeding response is something you have to take in consideration when letting these guys out. So already this girl is outside of her feeding response, I can tell. When she's kind of surfing the glass like this, she's already past the feeding response stage. And there's no smell of rodents in here or anything to trigger her, so typically what I do is... Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. She heard that and she got a little excited. So you always got to read these guys. That's why I have this little utensil here. This is going to be used to break any potential feeding response. And I come over here, I make sure she's facing away from me. And I just open up the cage. Let her smell the air a little bit. Give her a little tap on the chin. That's in the stage she's at now. That's enough to break any feeding response that might have been at play. And then we just let them come out on their own. I rarely ever go in and pull them out just to have pull them out and interact with them. The only time I'll typically take them out is if they need to be cleaned or bathed off. Other than that, I kind of let them go by their own schedule on when they want to come out. This girl, it's about, I don't know, we just had daylight savings here, so it's like, it's 4:30 right now, but it's really like 5:30. Sun is starting to set. This girl's starting to get active. So just open the door. Let her come out at her own leisure. At her own terms. Just kind of let her check things out. She can come up and investigate me if she wants to. You can interact. I can interact with them a little bit, but usually I just sit back and watch. It's more fun for me just to kind of observe them rather than necessarily have to be pulling them out and holding them, which I do. I do that, but after you've had them for a while, it's just cool to let them do their thing. Let them be their own little inquisitive selves. All right. Well, that gives you the basic idea. And then she'll come out, and we got junk on the floor here right now because we're working on a new cage, painting and water sealing. But see, she'll come out. She'll come check me out. This is the cool part. And they come and, oh, hey, buddy. They just come up and say hi to you. And they go, all right, I've seen enough of you. They move about their way. All right. We'll keep this one short. It's just a little retic behavior on how they, or how I let them out of their cage to come out and explore. Sometimes you have to be a little bit more careful with their feeding response if they're really in the zone. If they're really dialed in. It can be, you have to put in a little bit more effort into breaking the feeding response sometimes to really make sure it's been switched off. And part of that comes along with experience and knowing how to read your snake and tell if it's really geared up or not for feeding mode. In this case, she looked like she was already out of feeding mode by the time I got in here. But we took the precaution of, tapping her a little gently on the chin just to ensure there's no confusion. I don't always do that, but it's a pretty good protocol to always go through just to be safe. Just to be on the safe side if you're out there and you're new to retics, always make sure you account for the feeding response and follow through with just gently tapping their chin with a stick or snake hook, whatever you have on hand. Say, hey bud, it's not time to eat. You snap them out of that kind of hypnotic mode they get into. That trance-like state of just feeding and hunting on the brain. Snap them out of it. All right, well, that's it for this one. We'll see you later. God bless.